It's a big match for both teams, and I'm joined by my colleague David Pamba. Pamba, it's a last preliminary match today for the above 40 teams, and these teams need a win because they've lost. They played 2 matches. They both lost a match, so it's going to be a big one for them.
It is. Welcome down, as you see, moving KIFARU, just slashing that one over point for 4. Beautiful day, afternoon here at the Nairobi Gymkhana ground. As you said, Dan, yes, it's a critical match. Everybody needs to win here to guarantee themselves a place in the final. That will be huge next weekend. So it's really a tight match, and well, the best to both the teams. Of course, only one will come on top here.
So opening bowling for Vikrate Warriors is Sriram Aya. Calls. So another good bowling there from 3. We're into ball number 5 of this match. It has been a good start for KIFARU Chargers. Good one, well kept there. Another good over, and with that dot ball, the end of over number 1. KIFARU Chargers, after winning the toss and electing to bat on 8 for the loss, no wicket. As a skipper, Tota knows what is needed from him, and so if he is going to give his team a very good start already. KIFARU have had a very good starter with 8 runs from 6 balls. Just shows the intention they've got as far as this match is concerned. As we said, Pam, at the beginning, both teams, whoever wins this match makes it to the final, so it's a big match for them.
Very big, very big.
It's a good start there.
They've got the big guns in. But the captain himself is in there to offer the innings. We've seen him just on the over, and Tanu Moki is over there with him. That's there of the other opening the innings coming in with Ranganet. So it was a big finish.
It's a single there.
Very well watched by Ranganet. Played that cautiously on the field. Added to the single. Tanu Moki takes strike.
Umpires of the day, we've got Paul Anjere and Shashikant Sangani. On the screen is Sashi. Played a lot of cricket for Somibapa Cricket Club before he retired a few years back to take up umpiring, and he's been regular in the NPCA, the ongoing NPCA league. That's a bad ball from Tota, wide ball and a single. It wasn't the best of deliveries that somebody of Tota's caliber will be happy with. So I'm sure he's going to try and improve and put on a better bowling in this match. It's a big one for both teams. Yeah, even that's a very good piece of fielding, fielding arrangement from Tota. Because normally you could see a fine leg or a third man. There's a chance there all the way for a big six from Tanu Moki. That's a very huge six. Yeah, you are right, Pamba. He knows what is needed, and so after 2 overs, KIFARU Chargers are on 18 for the loss of no wicket, Tanu Moki on 14, and Ranganet Komanduri on 2. Bowler 3 having a conversation there with the umpire, coming in for his second over.
I'd want to see a lot from this man. He's very experienced. It doesn't even seem to be as good as this one's have a young
Last week, I remember we had a good match here when the team was about 54-5, 54-7, and ended up scoring 100 plus runs, 170 runs. So it's something that we can't rule out in this match.
Big score later on in the innings. Just two partnerships worked out that total. So it's really, really important that it shows us in this wicket if you settle, you can score runs. And there it was big, but he missed times this one. Keeper is underneath it. Wow, let's put him down. Wow.
The wicket that could have been a big wicket for Acrovet, for Vikrate Warriors. There's a replay on our screen. Good piece of fielding there at gully. Sorry, at point. That was a very good piece of fielding from Venkat Putigampu. Yeah. Another swing on white ball. Already 4 from this over and a dropped catch. That's another good piece of fielding from Venkat. He's really assisting, giving the bowler a lot of support. After that dropped catch, Pamba, I think the best thing that you could do at the moment is just to support your bowler with some good piece of fielding. Also, the captain should just keep on pushing them, because anything can happen. So it doesn't mean that if you've dropped that ball, you've missed a chance, it's end of the world. No. We still have 18 overs to play. That's a dot ball. And we've come to the end of over number 3. KIFARU Chargers are on 22 for no. Tanu Mothi on 14, Ranganath Komanduri on 5. Skipper Tota Srinivas will continue from City end after having conceded 10 from the first over, which included a huge 6 from Tanu Mothi. Another good shot there. There was a chance there, dropped catch to Kanath is trying to be cautious here.
Shot down the ground at the boundary. Good effort there to ensure it doesn't go all the way. Todas Universe has his work cut out here, because as keeper of Victory Warriors, KIFARU charges are just taking charge of this match at this early stage. So he has to do well to try and stop them in their ranks. Oh, stress off his line there, down leg, wide ball. Calls umpire Shashikant Sangani. Totas not pleased with himself. Needs to make corrections and make them quickly. That's a better delivery. Rangana still scrambles for one. Umpire calls it a bye. Didn't make contact. The keeper let him down. Didn't grasp the ball. Keeper needs to tighten this up a bit. I mean, we've seen a dropped catch. We've now seen a bye given.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of extra runs coming from the keeper, and as you said, he'll just need to add on whatever he's doing, and just to make sure that he's tidying up everything as far as the fielding is concerned.
As we see Mursi trying to go big again, unsuccessful though. He just mistimed that one. Didn't make contact. Ranganath wants another bat. Mursi tries to go past point, but that road is blocked.
After over number 4, score 26 for now.
Conversations ongoing between skipper and potential next bowler.
Navin Sukumaran to bowl from a Forest Road end.
Navin is also a very accomplished bowler, good seam bowler. Swings the ball, bowls good areas. There he goes. Good ball, but there's a thick outside edge. And all the way for 4 from Ranganath. He's not going to leave those. He slashed out at it very hard. As soon as it beat the infield, it was going all the way, because the outfield here is very, very quick. Well mowed by the Gymkhana groundsman. Looks superb.
There's another chance there, Pamba.
Good shot, chance. Navin is cross with himself. It presented himself a chance. Maybe the anticipation wasn't fully aware that was coming to him. As we see Murti trying to have a word with Ranganath. He wants his colleague to stay there for long. They know they can do a lot of damage together. He steps down the pitch. Ranganath goes down the ground. One bounce, but stopped.
That was good fielding there from Naresh Nair. With the way it was hit by Tanu, it looked like it was going to bounce into the over the boundary, but some good piece of fielding there from Manish.
That's where we say a bit of value for runs. You feel that should have gone all the way for 4, and if it didn't, they should at least run for 2. They only got 1 on this occasion. Murti is on strike now. Naveen. Murti goes big again. Uppish in the air. Doesn't make clean connection. Only settles for 1 again. They're coming. Runs are coming in a trickle. They might want more, especially now at the top of the order and with the power play still on. In these last 2 overs, they haven't gone huge. The first 2 were huge. They'd already racked up 22 now. Last 2, only 10 so far of 10 deliveries. They need more if they want to control this game. KIFARU charges. But as we said earlier on, Naveen, good bowler, good experience. And it's very interesting, the field placing that Tota himself has employed here. He's standing just next to the bowler, nearly straight on, and he still has a long off and a long on in place. But I guess this is a plan by the bowler himself as well, what he will bowl and how Ranganath plays. He likes to go down the ground. So Tota is just there as a barrier to ensure they do not get those runs straight on.
With the last ball to play and then another over until into the end of power play, it's obvious that
marvelous shot. Ace just paddled that very hard on the leg side, found the gap, ran all the way to the boundary. Great shot to finish the over.
Yes, and after that, 5 overs, score 36 for no. Ranganath Komanduri on 16, Tanu Murti 15, Sriram Ayer 0 for 12, Tota Srinivas 0 for 13, and Naveen 0 for 10.
From the city end, the ranging is filled. Of course, he only has the luxury of 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, nothing more. Has to bowl tight lines.
We've seen captains bowling 1 or 2 overs before they cut themselves, but here we are seeing Tota going for his 3rd.
Yeah, that's interesting. Just as we witness another one, Murti, 1 bounce 4, he hit this hard. This was clubbed down to the deep mid-wicket region. The fielder there had no chance at all. Yeah, as you were saying, Dan, earlier on, yeah, we've seen teams playing their bowlers in beats, but Tota here decided to go all the 3rd over for himself early on. Murti again on the charge. Hard driven on the ground. 1 run. Too long off. Ranganath is on strike now. Thought again. Ranganath goes aerial. There was a fielder down, but it bounced in front. Safe shot still. What's important for KIFARU Chargers is that they keep that scoreboard moving. They've had a few flashes, ball in the air, but into safe areas so far. Except that one chance for that Ranganath could have departed. Was given a life. Wide ball.
It hasn't been a good bowling time for Vikrant Warriors. They seem to be struggling with the line, and that's another good shot there for another boundary. And KIFARU Chargers are not giving their opponent time to relax or even to think what to do, because if it's not wide, it's a boundary. So they are really unsettling their plans as we progress into last two balls of the power play.
Tanu Murthy is going big here. I think he's found his groove right, and I feel Tota, as much as he's captain himself, he's got to look at changing himself in the next over, because Murthy has just found a way to play him, and he's getting or conceding a lot of runs off Tanu Murthy. As we see, that is another leg glance that is going for 3, and there have been already 2 fours in the over.
That brings 15 for KIFARU Chargers, or 15-1.
He's got to do something. I feel he needs a change, Srinivas Tota, because he cannot allow Murthy to cut loose this early. That'd be criminal if he continues and he keeps scoring. Another 2 there of Ranganath. Another big chase to the boundary. Ball's returned, deny them a 3rd run. But they're healthy here. They've got 53 of the first 6 overs for no loss. They're flying high.
And that's the end of power play. KIFARU Chargers on 53 for no. In the commentary, we are joined by Thomas. Thomas, welcome. How's your week?
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Pamba. I'm just replacing Pamba for some time. My week was good, actually, and I think more exciting is to watch this tournament.
To you, as one of the organizers of this tournament, and this is the last match of the preliminary stages. So far, how has it been for the last 2 weeks?
I think compared to previous years, this year it has become more exciting. Technically, the professionalism of the tournament has gone high, and more important is that the level of games that has been played here in this last 2 weeks has been really interesting, because if you see this match is a knockout match. Both the teams
need to win.
It's like a semis.
Yes.
If they win, they are into finals. Already we know that Console Base is there in the finals. But whereas if you see the regular team, no team has made their way to finals. All the 4 teams has won one match. So tomorrow you will have 2 knockout matches. Both the games will be knockout matches. So it's really interesting that the level of game has gone high. It's a equal, that all teams are very good. They have their own strengths, and the franchisees have done a good job this time.
And looking at the players themselves that have been selected to play for the four teams, what is their reaction towards this tournament? Because this is the third year you're having it.
Yeah, this is the third edition, and what a shot! Sorry for that. What a shot from Tanamurthy. This is the third edition. Last two editions was under the title Maniva, and this year there is a very good sponsor, Kenbright, who is doing the title sponsor, and New Age Sports Management Society has done well so far. Every year they are doing the best to make it more fun, more entertainment, and to reach more people. You can see a lot of advertisements and a lot of news floating around in the newspapers, in the social media, in the TV channels. They are giving food free this time, unlike other years. And moreover, the technicality of this game, like what a shot again, great shot there but well fielded there from Totastrini was the captain. So as I was telling, if you see compared to last year, this time every game there is a live telecast happening. So it's getting more and more popular as whoever can't make it to the ground, at least they can have their game watching through the link which is being offered by this channels, and 4 cameras that's been used. That's what I was told. And for us in the commentary box also, what a shot! It's up in the air, but it falls in the no man's land. Tanimurthy is very strong at onside. Dan, I think KIFARU Chargers have got a very good start today.
They've had a good start because 50 plus in the first 6 overs, and then you still haven't lost your wicket. And this kind of match whereby you need to win. So I think this is a very good start. And also I find that last week they lost. They must have picked up few pieces from that match, and to get to this, that's a good ball there. I've just saying that having lost the previous match, they must have learned some lessons that they really don't want to repeat them in this match. Because here, if you mess up, you are done, and I'm sure that's not what they want to do.
Exactly, as you rightly said, both the teams won their opening games, but in the last week they lost. Both the teams lost. That's why this become a crucial match for KIFARU Chargers as well as V Career Warriors.
Yeah, with that, the end of over number 7. Score 57 for the loss of no wicket. Tanumoti on 30, Ranganath Komanduri on 20. So, seems to be a very good start for KIFARU Chargers, and I'm sure the Kenbright Warriors are not yet done. They're trying to, as much as they can, to put pressure and finally get a breakthrough.
I think KIFARU Chargers have been a bit lucky to, especially Renga has given 3 chances. 3 times it was dropped out. The first time it was something that wicketkeeper has dropped it. We never expected wicketkeeper losing that ball. He was right under the ball. Then we saw another catch dropped by the long on. Then we saw Naveen Sukumar dropping another catch on his own bowling. So I think Ranga was a bit lucky, but he has also tried to grab on it. That's why he's on 20 out of 18 balls. Whereas Tanumurthy has been very sensational today for KIFARU Chargers. He is the captain for today's game, and compared to last 2 matches, it was led by Kranti. This time KIFARU Chargers is led by Tanumurthy. He used to come in the last 2 games. If you see, Tanumurthy came as 4th down or 5th down, but today he has come to his strength. He's a very good opener, and especially anything on his onside definitely gets the punishment, and that's how he has scored runs also today. We have seen 2 good flicks on his leg side, square leg, hitting a 6. We saw some good boundaries. Aravind coming into attack. Totastrini was bringing Aravind into attack. Aravind was very successful in the first game. He had showed an all-round performance with both the bat and the ball. Shashikant having a word with the bowler.
I'm sure probably is it to do with the bowling side that have won the leg, and anything on the leg that comes to Tanumothi's way, it's hit to the boundary, and that was just happened with a revenge second ball.
That's Ranga, who has just sliced it. Just nicked there. It's just, you know, he has steered it towards the deep fine leg for crucial 4 runs for KIFARU Chargers. A good start so far by them. It's on 8th over. They are on 61.
There's another ball, another 4. As I said before, anything that comes straight onto the leg side, these two batters have no mercy.
Both of them knows how their strength. Both of them knows how to middle the ball, and there is something umpires are speaking to the batsmen. So as you rightly said, Dan, both of them are very strong at their, you know, power areas. Especially Ranga is a power hitter, and we saw that many times. 2 catches were dropped just because of that power shots that he played, and 2 consecutive boundaries here from Ranga against Arvind. Again straight he has played, but there's a fielder there. It will just go for 1 run.
It's a big one for KIFARU Chargers, and Wicket Warriors have nothing else to do apart from just looking for a wicket, look for a breakthrough, and that will play a very, very big role as far as their quest for winning this match is concerned. But as it is now, is KIFARU Chargers bossing into this match, and you could just say with only 7 overs bowled, and the way they get into the boundary so much is, what should we expect in the last 5 overs of this match if they won't have lost a number of wickets?
I think they already made 66 runs in 8 overs, close to 8 overs, 2 more balls to go. So it's like, you know, more than close to 9 per run rate is going. I know these guys can really hit. There are some batsmen still in the dugout. So it's going to be really, really high-scored game unless we create Warriors come back strong and they pick up regular wickets in the coming overs.
That's the end of over number 8. Scores are 66 for no. Tanumothi on 30, Ranganath on 29, and Arvind only conceded 9 runs for his first over.
Yes, he came back very strong. There was 2 consecutive 4s, but then he took his rhythm back. He took his line. He bowled to his line, and that's why after the 2 sloppy balls, he could control both Ranga and the Tanumothi. At the same time, we have another match going on at Ruaraka, where the results go make a big difference because Console Base has already been to the finals. There's a match going between Console Base and SS Akrovan Rhinos at Ruaraka Cricket Stadium. For Console Base, is going to be a practice match to sharpen their skills, whereas Akrovan Rhinos has lost 2 games so far, so they will have an urge to win this match and at least end their season this year at least with a win rather than going out with a loss. But this game here in Gymkhana is a crucial game. It's a knockout. That's where both the teams knows that the importance of this game. Captain Tota was telling that it's a batting track. The winning team, the captain of the winning team should have easily elected to bat. That's what Tanumothi did today. Ranga stepping down and just driving the ball for just 1 run.
And reaction is bowling from a sit from Forest Sudan is Ran De Souza. Previous over only considered 3 runs, and De Souza is one of the 2 or 3 young boys that have been drafted into the above 40s to play, because maybe because of the experience that they need to have a lot of matches, so they cannot, and they need that. They also need experience to play. So with that, they cannot play in the below 40s. Am I right, Thomas? What I'm saying is that Ryan D'Souza is one of the 2 or 3 young players, young boys that have been drafted into the over 40s to play, and not the above 40s, probably because these above 40s will give them exposure as they try to break into the team, their age group teams.
Yeah, what you said is exactly right, because the regular team actually, there are a lot of cricketers who wants to play, and you see, we have seen that each team has good number of people. So what happens is that once the regular team is done, the above 40s, some players who want to play, who has the skill, still cannot make a way to the main team. Definitely they are being included. So that's why you will see the youngsters also playing in above 40. Above 40 is just a category basically, but you will also see uh, those young players like in console base. Anirudh is doing very well. Girish San, he was man of the match of one of the game. So these guys are getting a big opportunity, and definitely good shot by Tanumurthy. It's a full toss ball, stepping down and just go for 1 run on the offside, long off. So as you rightly said, this guy is like Ryan D'Souza. For him is a, you see, this is his second over. He has just conceded 6 runs. So it's a great experience for him, and make his way to the main team in the coming years.
Yeah, we saw a number of we saw how young the boy who got man of the match in the first match. He also played last year. He has been playing for 2 years now. Then this is his 3rd year, and he's into the senior team and into the regular team, and he's really doing well.
That's the beauty of this tournament actually. So this tournament, when they started, it was really the main aim of this society was to make you full entertainment, especially during that COVID season. Many people were stuck at home. They were all having a lot of fear, depression, and all those things. So once the COVID was slightly under control, so this tournament came in.
There's an appeal there, but the ball pitched miles outside leg stump. End of over number 9. KIFARU Chargers are on 40. Tanu 31. Ranganath Komanduru on 30. We're into over number 10, and we'll see Tota trying to have a word with Arvin Viswanathan. Previously was a very good over from Ryan D'Souza, conceded only 2 runs.
I think last 2 overs has been really good for KIFARU Chargers. Even though they didn't get a wicket, they really ensured that the run rate has dropped down from 8.9. It has come to 7.56. So I think 2 good overs really. So this is going to be another crucial over from Aravind. Even though he conceded 2 fours in his last over, but he came back very strong, playing in the last 4 balls. Let's see what is in place here.
That's a good ball there.
There's a bit of confusion,
There's
and
a chance there.
that's a first breakthrough. They got it. There's a bit discussion going on between Ranga and Tanumurthy. I think Tanumurthy was not happy. He Both of them gave the start, but both of them didn't run.
That was a big wicket. Tanu Moth was looking threatening, but his long stay has been ended just when we were talking about how they need to send the wicket and how they need to control this inning. But unfortunately, Tanu Mothi tried to look for a single, and the keeper at point was so much, the fielder at the point was so much alert, and there was a run out.
I think both the players actually took a start for that run, Dan, but nobody made their way. They got stuck in the middle. You can see that replay now. Murthy going for a. Initially he slowed down, but then
the fielder was so quick, was alert.
that's a big blow for KIFARU Chargers. Murthy was really timing the ball well. Murthy was really doing it well. Even Ranga. So there was a confusion there. Who will go out? That's what I think they were discussing.
But I think as long as we've not crossed the Weber side, they have caught and dislodged the wickets, dislodged the bails, then whoever's on that side will walk out. So that's why it was easy for them. And the incoming now batter is Bharat Damadoran.
Bharat is a very good batsman too for them, the first down. And as I rightly said, KIFARU Chargers was slowed down a bit by the excellent bowling from We Create Warriors, especially Rand, Jesus and Aravind has really done a good job for We Create Warriors. The slow balls are really working for them. 2 overs, Ryan has just given 6 runs. What a fantastic over when especially 2 batsmen like Thanumurthy and Ranga was on fire. They are middling the ball. They were hitting 6s and 4s, and definitely these 2 guys really tried their best what We Create Warriors were looking for.
Arvind to continue from our city end with 5 balls to play in this over number 10. KIFARU Chargers are on 68 for 1 after that run out that ended that left Anumoti dismissed. It's another good ball there from Arvind. It's been so far very good over for Arvind. It's a good shot there. Once again, good fielding in the deep. That was quick running there from Bharat.
That ball was in the air for some time. We saw the fielder from long off running for it, but it fell at no man's land. It was very safe. But how do you see this? Aravind is trying to control, the run rate of KIFARU Chargers. You can see that he's really mixing his balls well.
Yeah, he's done well. We need, normally, of course, if a team has a kind of start that a start
Oh,
similar
that
to
was a loose ball. That was a loose. We are talking about is the way he was bowling well, but towards the onside, just steering it towards the fine leg, deep fine leg for a 4.
yeah, of course, loose balls are not helping this side either. And end of over number 10 scores 72 for 1.
Welcome, David Pamba. And once again, I always say I'm very honored to be with you.
Yes, thank you, Thomas.
It's a great experience sharing this commentary box with you.
Yeah, you've been here also for some while, and especially in this kind of events, really appreciate what you've been doing over time, and also going to the pitch, doing the tosses, pitch reports. You've been doing a wonderful job over time. Glad to see that.
As I said, it's a great passion actually to follow cricket and be with cricket. So it's really, really in the blood actually, even though I'm not playing. So watching and analyzing.
Great love. As we see a youngster, Randy Souza, coming, having a shout.
Rand D'Souza has been excellent so far, Pabaji, because you see he has really control. If you see it's a third over, he's just considered 6 runs. And once he and Arvind was introduced to attack, we saw the scoring rate of KIFARU Chargers came down.
Yes, it's a youngster who's got a future. He's trying his hand at cricket. His father, Lenson, also plays for the senior team. And I saw him last weekend doing well and getting his team the win. And so the young man has taken after the father and loved this game.
Exactly what you said, because all these youngsters are also getting some entry to this format of game and to show their skills and then make their way to the regular team in the coming years. So at this end from Forest Road, Rand D'Souza is really, really doing well.
Oh, as you see, Ranganath just hit his leg with the bat. He's in pain.
That's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, we want to see him well, but he's concerned. He's really, really concerned. We need to get the medics out there quickly. Yeah, it's not what KIFARU Chargers would want at this stage. Aset Ranganath, who's on 37, doing very well with the bat and controlling after the departure of Thanu Murthy. He'd want to go on and make a big score here. Currently, they're comfortable going at 7.45 and runs an over after 10.2 overs. They want to stay. Him to stay. The players are concerned and they moved closer just to make sure he gets help. Seeing the physio is going out there as well.
Exactly, because you see he started slow. He also got some life. Exactly, 3 catches were dropped off Renga. the first catch, especially by the wicketkeeper. It was high up in the air. The wicketkeeper was just down the ball, and Renga was lucky to have lost from the wicketkeeper's gloves. And then we saw two other catches. One was straight shot to Naveen Sukumaran. So Renga got good life actually through this game, but he has made use of it also. He has tried to hit the ball hard and get some good runs. But it was bit sad seeing that Thanumurthy and him having a bit of misunderstanding, and then getting their first wicket down.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's at times that happens in cricket. It's a game, and as we see, Ranganath now seems to have got some attention and should be back on his feet very, very soon. He's smiling, meaning he'll be all right. It was a bit of a concern when the ball hit him. Yeah, but as you say, Ranganath, it was important, that partnership with Murthy. Unfortunately, Murthy had to depart of the run out, but
But in that case, when both the batsmen are stuck in the middle of the pitch, so what's the decision usually? Because the Murthy is running towards the other end, and the ball was here actually.
to be honest, Thomas, sometimes it's not in your hands. The fielders will choose who they want to get out. Both of you are in the middle. Who's more dangerous here? Or who do they want more? And who are they likely to get out? They make that choice at times. You are powerless. You can run, but if you in the middle, you may not reach.
So what you're saying is that it's the fielder's choice or is the batsman's choice?
The batsman only has a choice when all of them are on one end, and then one will agree to maybe compromise and sacrifice for the other, so that he lets the other gets out, or he gets out so that the other one can continue batting. But when both of them are in the middle, it's the fielder really who chooses which side do I want to shy at, which side, who do I want to get out, who are among these two. And some other fielders will guide him, throw it to the keeper's end, throw it to the bowler's end, so we get this guy out.
Exactly, but we saw the same thing here because both the Tanu and Renga was actually both of them discussing each other who is going to be out, who should be out. But I think Renga told her that he's going to stay back, and that's why Thanumurthy had to move out of the. Oh, after that pull shot, the first punishment to Rand Jesus. I think Renga came with a bang and towards a square leg. A great pull. It was a bit of a short ball by Rand D'Souza after a very good spell so far. And after that slight injury, Renga has come banging, taking that advantage of that short ball and adding the most valuable 4 runs to KIFARU charges. Oh, good comeback by Ryan again. Just beating the batsman. Getting a bit of bounce there for Ryan. Renga will be happy with that shot because getting his rhythm back. A straight drive. The 2 fielders there.
They gather around, stop at 1. Ranga isn't the very quickest. He relies on his power, his will to hit the ball across to the boundary.
Again, KIFARU charges on 82 for 1 after the 11 overs. 82 for 1. Renga on 41 and Bharat Damodaran on 3, batting at 3. Once again, a good over from Ryan D'Souza. Apart from that, one boundary he conceded in this last 5th delivery. I think he came back very well. 3 overs, he has just given a score run rate of 12 runs.
Yes, I mean, that's a mean achievement for a youngster. We talk about experience usually, and being experienced, being the best teacher. He hasn't gone through a lot of experience yet, but he's doing well with experienced players around. Maybe they're coaching him, they're talking to him, they're guiding him. Tota Srinivas at the top of that tree as a captain, maybe has been speaking to him. They've been doing a lot of training and much tactic awareness and everything else. So the boy looks to be very up for it, as we see Vinay coming in to bowl over number 12 from the city end.
Vinay Subramaniam, once again, he's also an experienced campaigner. There's a bit of turn for that ball. Ranga trying to hit it hard, but slightly moving away from the batsman. Good start for Vinay. Oh, that's a good shot. It traveled all the way to 4. Well played there by Ranga. Towards the deep extra cover. What a shot that was. Well timed. The field is open. You can see that there is one man at the point. Then there's a deep extra cover. Oh, a great shot again. It goes all the way for 4, 2 consecutive 4s from
Rangana. And as I say again, he relies a lot on his strength, his power. He's got a good eye. Controls the bat very well. He hits that shot very well controlled, straight through, went all the way for 4 runs. Is piling the runs here for his team. 49 is moved to off 35 deliveries. Well done.
As you rightly said, he has made use of those chances what he got. The life, especially, he got 3. He was dropped it when he was on single digits actually, and really it has helped him to concentrate more and get some good runs for the team.
Yeah, with all this experience, with what you know he can do, especially the power to hit the ball out of the ground into those and finding the boundary as often as he can. It's not an individual you want to give a second chance. He gives an opportunity, you take it at all costs. I mean, it was sad to see him get dropped, and these guys, he could make or break a game, this individual.
Vinay will not be happy with those 2 deliveries which came. Ranka on 49, trying to make his mark towards 50. What is the umpire signaling? It's off the bat. There's a bit of confusion there still. It's a leg by.
Yeah, seemed to be down leg. He missed it. They had appealed for an LBW, turned down. The ball wasn't headed to the wicket, but there's still a run there.
But I don't know why there was a need of a second run, because Ranga was going for second. He knew that last time there was a bit of confusion, and they sacrificed the wicket of Tanumurthy.
At times it's just excitement, Thomas. You are in there, you're hitting the ball, or even if you make contact and you see there's an opportunity, you want to do it for the team, you push for as much as you can get.
That is a full toss ball. Wide towards the onside.
Yeah, Vinay needs to tighten things up here. He's not been doing well. His initial 4 balls have gone for 9 already. He wants to try and control this better. Tota will not be very pleased with what he's seen so far. As we see another one, hit towards the boundary. Good fielding effort there to stop the damage. It's already gone for 10. 1 ball to go. Can he make this one a dot ball?
Or is it going to be the 50 for Ranga? Because the 1 ball, is Ranga is going to make his 50 in this over, or still it's another few balls to go?
Yes, it's the nervous 40s, and especially at 49, just one run before the milestone, you'd have butterflies in your stomach.
That brings 50 for Ranga. Renga's 50 runs of 36 deliveries. What a display with the bat, Renga. He'll be happy today.
Very happy, Thomas. You open the inning inside 12 overs. You've made your 50 already. There's still 8 overs to go. You can do more and get your team to a big total here and control this match. And you are there at the top of the order. You've been given an opportunity and you want to strike, and it's striking hard, and so far it's done well. Of just 37 balls, that's barely just over 6 overs, which is 36. So good work from him. Well done. Good 50.
It was actually, I was just passing by the way of practicing KIFARU Charges practicing area, going for lunch. I saw David Obuya throwing the ball. I saw David Obuya throwing the ball, the coach, to Renga. And the first ball he hit, it was hit strongly, and I think it was lucky that David Obuya didn't get hurt. So everybody was just screaming. So David Obuya said one important thing. This is a century shot, I saw. So I think Renga is showing justice to that, what the coach has said.
And he's up for it, Thomas. And if you look at it, 8 overs, when someone is settled already, he can murder that ball in the last few overs. If he stays here till the end, 100 is on course. He's very much on course, because he's only taken 6 overs, which is 37 balls to make a 50. He could make do with even less at times when he's trying to strike and get to that total. But he's here now against a very accomplished youngster, Ryan D'Souza.
Ran to Renga. Good delivery, just driven it towards offside, just for 1 run. I'm very happy with this youngster, because the first 3 overs he has really shown that he has not given extras. He has balled to his line. Apart from 1-4 that was conceded in his last over, he was really good for recreate Warriors to control the run rate, especially that was done by Tanumurthy and Renga.
Very important. What you want is good line, good length, and this youngster is troubling the experienced players here. There, as we see, Bharat helps himself to 1 leg by, moves the score to 96. But yes, as you said, Thomas, earlier on, this young man has had good control. He's bowled good lines, good areas, and he's working on a script here. And so far, it's turning out to be good.
Oh, this might be costly. This time the wicketkeeper didn't make a mess here, and Renga had to depart, and that's a good return for the investment Ryan D'Souza has been making for the last 3 overs.
Yes, we've been speaking about this boy and the control that he has, the lines, the length has been bowling, has been brilliant. Ranga here tries to charge him, but the ball got big on the bat. He skied one here, and the keeper makes no mistake this time. Is a second bite of the cherry, and Ranganath has to depart. Keeper's taking a good catch. We see the last game's man of the match, last week's man of the match, Yogesh Kumar, walking in. Also a very accomplished and dangerous batsman here, Thomas.
Exactly, Yogesh really made 69 something of 30 deliveries last week, and Yogesh really gave great life to KIFARU Charges. What a performance he did, because last game KIFARU Charges were crucial, because if they should have lost, they should have been not in this tournament playing this game, especially because when they are here playing today for a must-win match, and Yogesh's experience, as you rightly said, and especially he's in Nick, and that definitely will be a great blessings to KIFARU Chargers, and that's what the KIFARU Chargers camp will be also looking at.
Yeah, and it's also crucial for him. It comes at a stage when the stage is set. I mean, the 2 departed batsmen have given them good start. 12 overs, you're on 96, you can push on from here. But here comes Ryan D'Souza.
Oh, that is a golden duck. Oh my God, Ryan D'Souza doing the job for We create various. What a start for this young boy. What a day for this young boy. Yokesh, a man in form. Just plump. Papa.
Yeah, he's got him. He's got his man. And we spoke about Yogesh Kumar being in form. And this Ryan D'Souza, young man, also is in some sort of form himself. He's come into this game with not so much of a reputation, but he's done well and he's at it. He didn't give Yogesh an opportunity to settle. Ball got, pad got into the way, and that was straight on. The umpire didn't disagree. He has to depart. Cricket, an unforgiving sport. Last week, hero of the day. Today, hasn't done much with the ball. He hasn't troubled the scorers. He's gone without scoring.
It's a golden duck. The first ball, what he faced, actually has made him go back to the waiting room there. Actually, what a comeback! Is it going to be a hat trick for this young bowler?
Let's see what he brings to the table. He's showing a lot of promise. What can he do with this ball? And he's facing experienced batters here. These are by no means youngsters.
And it's not a hat trick, but 2 good wickets, especially the wickets of Renka and especially the wickets, another wicket for Yokesh. The last ball of his spell, he has brought We Create Warriors back to the game.
He has shaken the lineup, he's shaken the core of the team. What response do they have? Barath going hard down the pitch. Just 1 run.
Excellent spell by this young boy, Ryan D'Souza. 4 overs, just conceding 15 runs and getting 2 big giant wickets. He has really nailed the KIFARU Chargers down.
Yes, he has. They've got to find a response now. Ranganath was out with 51, Thanu with 31, and both batsmen at the top of the order were doing very well. But then there was a run out for Murthy, and then later on Ranganath departed, and then the in-form Yogesh Kumar without scoring at all. Ryan will be very pleased with this work. Tota must be a happy man. He's got a gem in this young man.
Looks like it's Aravind who is coming back. Tota wanted, yes, Tota wanted Aravind to do the proceedings, to bring at least to make a breakthrough in this over, so that definitely they can pull down KIFARU Chargers.
Yes, they've got an opportunity here with 2 new batsmen who have not settled per se. So if they can get as many overs to them as possible, to try and slow that scoring rate down, keep it manageable, keep it to a total that you feel you can comfortably chase, will be very key, especially in the next, let's say, 2 to 3 overs. They can do that very well by trying to ensure that they limit the number of runs. There we go. A big swing. Barath, he wants to go big. He doesn't want to give Arvind any room to settle.
That was well hard. Oh, that is gone. Tota Srinivas.
And it is the skipper. He's upset with himself. He's given 4 runs when he thought could have been 1, but went through his legs. He's disappointed. Arvind has conceded further runs, and that takes them over to over 100 now.
It might be taken. Aravind, what can he do? Oh, dropped. That was a golden opportunity. I think he ran behind the ball. He reached there, but couldn't hold it.
Not again, Thomas. As we have a look, another look here again. Ball outside off stump. Slashed hard, mistimed. Bowler runs for it. His chance is within grasp, but he puts it down. Catches win matches. Somebody said that. And let's hope they don't come back to haunt them. As we see that hard drive down.
Exactly. I think Aravind also was bowling well. It should have been a cherry on his cake, actually, if he had got that wicket, because he really tried to control compared to other bowlers. They were all punished by Renka and Tanamurthy in the opening spells. We saw Ryan and Aravind doing a great job, but unfortunately he couldn't. Again, second time. Tota Srinivas, what is happening here?
What's happening? Not again, Thomas. We had that the previous ball before the catch. He went through. Again, it's gone through, and he is the captain. Avin to be upset. What's going on with this captain? He's let two go through, and both of them have yielded boundaries.
It's the same carbon copy of that shot. We saw the same batsman, same bowler, same fielder, same area, and we saw the same drama. Captain Tota couldn't straight to his hands, but just missing the balls and being costly, giving 8 runs to the position. And Bharat will be happy that even though it was not a boundary shot, but he got 2 boundaries.
Yeah, and then as we see there, they go again.
Vinay running behind the ball.
This is getting interesting now again. Despite the fact that KIFARU Chargers have lost 3 wickets, they're still on a healthy run rate, and with just 14 overs gone, 6 overs remaining, another 36 balls, they can do damage.
After 14 overs, 110 for 3, KIFARU Chargers, Bharat on 16 and Nitish on 2.
Tota has brought himself back.
Tota is conceded, if you see, more than 10 runs per over the last 3 overs. He wanted to complete his spell. There's 2 new batsmen in the crease, especially. He will be happy if he takes the wicket of Bharat.
Yes, Tota has not had a very good day this afternoon. Thus Mansfield, his bowling also, as he has conceded quite a few runs. Just trying to stop the flow now. But as we see, there's a go for another 2 of his bowling.
That's what I was saying. The team will be happy with him because if he claims his wicket, Bharat, because he donated 8 runs to Bharat. Oh, there's a go for 2, yes. And Radish is taking that daring attempt. We saw the throw was towards the bowler's end, and then by the time he has already made half the way, he wants to give strike to Bharat.
Awareness, and as you spoke, Bharat was the big wicket they were looking for. They had an opportunity there to nick him. But again, awareness and communication from the outfield should have directed that throw to the keeper's end. Maybe they would have had a chance.
Again going for 2. This time it's going to be a bit tricky. No, they have made it. There's an attempt there from the wicketkeeper.
Yes, and there is a collision. I just seen the batsman go over the wicketkeeper. He must have fallen maybe on his shoulder. Bharat is hurt a bit. The medics need to come in here again. Remember, these players are players who are above 40 years of age. Some of them into their 50s, some of them well into their 40s.
Exactly, because he was just trying to jump to make his way to the crease, because it was a very close call and collided with the...
They pushed the second one. It wasn't on offer. It's one they created. And good to see that from KIFARU. They ran the first one fast, and it was hard. And then they forced the second one. There was a throw. The keeper tried to get the ball. Batsman tumbled over him, fell a bit on his back. Maybe those shoulder blades are paining.
Exactly. We saw even Bharat when he started for his second, he just, you can see clearly that now while coming back, just see that he's just slightly getting slippery. He's just...
I did lose his footing. And before he completes the run again, keeper is in the way. He's trying to get in, and then they collide. The bat goes underneath. He tumbles over, falls
on the bat,
and maybe he's hurt something little. But it's good to see that he's on his feet again and raring to go.
What a game between KIFARU Chargers and Recreate Warriors. Both of them has to win this match and to keep their hopes live in this tournament, especially to play the next week's finals. KIFARU Chargers and Recreate Warriors, they started their campaign well, winning the first games. But unfortunately, in the last week, both the team lost the crucial match, and now it has turned out very, very important for them, putting themselves in the same situation where there is a win which is must if they wanted to proceed towards the next stage.
Yes, it's prestigious to get to that final. It's usually a big final, lots of awards there, player of the season, player of the tournament. There's lots of things to play for, pride as well. As
oh, what a catch that is. Great catch by Arvind. Oh, that is a great wicket. I think Aravind and Ran has been, Tota will be happy to end that over with, even though it was a bit expensive for him, the spell. He will be happy that his fielder Aravind has really taken a fantastic catch. This time Aravind made no mistake. The fourth wicket down for KIFARU Chargers. After 15 overs, they are on 118 for 4. But they are happy that still Bharat is there, who can hit the balls. And the new batsman who is coming is Chindan, who will join Bharat. Next 30 balls is going to be very crucial for both the teams, especially KIFARU Chargers will be trying to put up a big total here and put pressure on Recreate Warriors. Recreate Warriors, after you saw that initial power play, they have really come back strong. And just we saw few misfields. Apart from that, they have really come back. Once it was the run rate was beyond 9, and they have managed to bring the run rate just less than 7.9, just less than 8. There's a good comeback by Recreate Warriors, especially a magic spell by Ryan D'Souza. Dan, welcome back to the commentary box. Happy to see you for the next 5 overs. 30 balls is going to be crucial.
That's yeah. Remember, I told you that The last 5 overs of this match will be very crucial. And here we are now. And Arvind in his last over. That's another swing and miss. No chance. No chance. The foot was on the ground. Even the umpire is not bothered.
Exactly. Arvind is doing a big job for there. He and Rand D'Souza literally brought down KIFARU charges. He applied the brake on KIFARU charges. Arvind, we saw Arvind taking a good catch in the last over of Tota Srinivas' ball, and this was very close. And the batsman is comfortably in there.
Good piece of good umpiring there from umpire Paul Angere.
Bharat exactly waiting for that short ball, but couldn't time well. Will be happy with that single.
Thomas, 119 for 4 after 15.3 overs. Is that what anticipated when they were about 70 for no?
Exactly, because we thought the way they were going, actually we thought by this time it should have been around 140 minimum.
Good shot there from Chinton, but good piece of fielding also from Wicket Warriors.
Arvind, 2 more balls to complete his spell. We look for another wicket.
So good ball there.
Oh, that's over
Cut
the square leg.
Pushing. Will he have the arm? Yeah, those are 3 runs. Good running, good communication there between Bharat and Chinton.
Bharat just playing over the point. Jinesh trying to jump and get that ball. But gave 3 valuable runs to Bharat.
Good ball there. Once again, that has been a very good over.
Oh, that is out. It was a casual running. You saw that. I even was finding how could he run that ball and then make it. There's a bit of dispute there.
We can see there. The umpire has turned down that appeal.
Oh,
not out.
Because I think the wicketkeeper didn't collect the ball.
Initially, I thought the umpire gave out.
The umpire gave out, and then.
But you're allowed to change your mind.
I think that's something. There's a good spirit there by the teams. Yeah. They agreed for that, even though the umpire gave them out. And from the replay, it was very clear the wicketkeeper has not collected the ball.
After 16 overs, KIFARU Chargers above 40 are on 123 for 4. Sriram back in action for his 3rd over. He had a very good over, 2 overs in the beginning, 0 for 12. At the time when these 2 teams, the opening batters for KIFARU Chargers, trying to settle with a couple of boundaries, couple of quick singles. Sriram was able to control things, conceding only 12 runs.
Sriram also had a good start in this initial overs of the game, especially in the power play. Even though he conceded few boundaries, but I think he came back very strong. We saw some dot balls from him, and that's why he ended up his first 2 overs with just conceding 12 runs, especially in the power play. He's brought back into attack. So he will be bowling this one as well as the 19th over, the penultimate over of the match. There was an appeal.
It's leg by. Vic Warriors will be hoping that this over probably he goes for less than 7 runs. Only 3 runs considered so far. That's a good shot, cross across the line for a single. 4 of this over. 3 balls to play. We need to be at 10 plus over. Waiting to see what will happen. On strike is Bharat, who is on 29 from 22 balls. Good ball there. 2 balls to play.
That's fantastic in this, especially in this last stage of the game where the batsman wants to swing his bat. Sriram Iyer is trying to get dot balls. Sriram Iyer is getting the dot balls for his team, which will be very, very impressive by his colleagues.
It's a good ball, good single. One ball to play, 6 so far from this over. Sorry, 5 from this over.
The last delivery of the 17th over, Sriram will be bowling to Chindan. Chindan was not able to middle the ball so far very well. He was trying to swing, even though he has just faced 3 deliveries.
It's a good shot there. A single.
That will keep Bharat on strike, I think, which will be KIFARU Chargers' interest to have Bharat face more balls, because he has moved to 30 of 24 deliveries.
We are done with 17 overs. KIFARU Chargers are on 129 for the loss of 4 wickets. 3 overs to play. That was a very good over there from Sriram.
Seventeenth over gone, 129 for 4. Bharat batting on 30. He's keeping his strike with the last single he got from the last ball.
New bowler is
Naveen Sukumaran, the new bowler.
Naveen
He has already done 2 overs.
Naveen Sukumaran. It's a single there. I'm so impressed with the ball, the fielding positioning that Tota has done for his team so far.
Exactly, Tota has placed the fielders well. He has given his bowlers that room to do in the right areas, and he has set up a very fantastic field. And oh, now it's wide. There's a bit of appeal, but Shashank is not interested in this. Again, the same story.
Down leg. Is it pressure? First over, he also considered 10 runs. 10 runs or 10 runs. So here we are into his second over. 2 more with no run off the bat. So cool, good comeback.
Oh, good comeback. That is a great comeback. Chindan Beloli swinging the ball, and Naveen getting a breakthrough there for We Create Warriors. The 5th wicket down. They are on 131. They will be looking at more, at least beyond 150. If somebody can give 2-3 good knocks.
150 is still possible. It's highly possible. But that depends with how the remaining 5 batters will do. So it's still possible.
Courtney, the previous captain, is coming in the field.
Courtney.
I think Kranti actually can rotate this strike and give more balls to Bharat.
They'll just have to turn bat through or to bat around Bharat.
I saw Kranti Kumar was one of the opening batsmen even in their previous games. But this time I think they made a slight change. They brought Muthanamurthy as the opener, who is the captain of the game today.
And I just probably just think it was a good decision to do that, because the 2 opening batters, they batted so well. They gave them a very good start. It's just unfortunate that the other team members haven't picked up from there. So that was a very good decision to... It seemed like it was a very good decision to drop him down the order. Again, still no contact. The ball haven't had any contact with the bat. He's only have bowled 4 deliveries. Only 1 is fair delivery. That's another fourth wide.
Oh,
fourth wide in 5 balls.
That is not what he might have wanted. Even though he got a wicket, he is not happy. You saw even he didn't celebrate because he knew he was giving wide deliveries.
Probably it will be a wicket, because it's WW wicket, WW. It's a dead ball. Probably the batter wasn't ready.
I can see Naveen has also reduced his run-up. Usually he used to have a good run-up, but this time he's not able to control his ball at any point. There's a bit of pull you can see from Naveen.
He's not happy.
Looks like he will not be completing his over.
It's pulled something. They'll have a replacement for him. He can't continue. Can't even the batter. And strike batter is also down on the ground.
Vinay will be completing that ball for Naveen Sukumar. Not a very happy man, Naveen.
Naveen will be replaced.
There was a bit of confusion even with the batsmen. They wanted to go for a run. Bharat was running for it, but Kranti was not interested at all. We saw him saying no. Vinay just to complete that over of Naveen. Kranti will be happy for that change because Vinay is a bit slow bowler. Oh, he also continues the same story, Dan. This over, I think KIFARU Chargers will not be happy, especially Captain Tota.
7 from 1 ball. Good one. At this time, at this particular time is better. You consider run rather than bowling a wide.
If you see it's wide, wide, wicket, wide, 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 wide. The over is so wide.
Also, from your screen you can see the bowlers' figures at table. That is so wide now.
That's what I'm saying. The over is so wide, you know. Oh, that was a short ball towards onside.
Somebody there grabbed it and
good running there.
2 runs. Eleven runs now. Now no ball there. There's a free hit coming in at the wrong time.
Umpire signaling a free hit there. What a good over for KIFARU Chargers. I think he will be happy, you know, at least he didn't consider much runs in that free hit ball. That's the end of 18 overs.
We are into over number 18. KIFARU Chargers. Over number 19, so sorry. We're into over number 19, 2 overs to play. KIFARU Chargers or 143. 12 deliveries. Will it be 160 plus? straight between. Long off. That's a good shot there, Vinay Krishna. It's a very good welcome for him. Projected score is currently at 162. Another swing. Good piece of fielding there. Saved the boundary. 1 from it. 5 from 2 balls now. So another swing and miss. It has been a very good comeback from Krishna after having been welcomed with a very hard hit boundary. Once again, that's a single. It's a very good comeback there from it's another good ball there from Krishna. The KIFARU Chargers are pushing for 2. They've managed to get it so comfortably. 8 so far from this over with 1 ball to play. They are surging slowly into what we had projected of 160 runs with 1 ball to play.
I think the last
151.
It's going to be 150 for KIFARU Chargers. 150 runs for KIFARU Chargers. It's end of 19 overs. It's 150 for the loss of 5. I think at a point, Dan, KIFARU V-Create Warriors really did well. They brought the run rate down, especially when Ryan and Arvind was bowling. But then suddenly they gripped the game away from them. Especially in the last over, we saw 8 extras, 9 extras, something in the last over, where Naveen Sukumaran and Vinay was competing each other to give more extras.
Yeah, I think that was something that they didn't expect at that particular time. And score is 152. So I was just saying it was a very tough one for Tota and his team, because they had done a very good job, and then you end up having that kind of bowling.
Even Tota himself has been instrumental for that poor fielding. We saw him giving 8 runs, especially to Bharat, who's now on 41. Will he make his 50 in this over? 9 runs to go. He's going to keep strike.
Could it be a second 50 of this match? Has 9 runs.
Oh, what a swing, but
that's a bye.
Sri was another good bowler for V-Create Warriors. But all other bowlers were a bit of disappointing for them, apart from Ran, Aravind and Sri. All others has given
The umpire.
Umpire not
So it was a
signaling the
very
wide.
good delivery, very fair delivery according to umpire Shashikant. 2 balls to play. Score 152. Good shot there. 53 has 154. 3 balls to play.
What is Bharat waiting to do the last few balls? He's warning there for Mangading. Sri Ramayar warning Krandi, please don't run before I deliver the ball. There's a lot of arguments, discussions going on about Mankading. Oh, that is a great shot by Bharat. What a fantastic shot there. Just beaten the fielder.
He is 4 runs short of a half century with 2 balls to play.
So I was talking Dan. Initially there are 2 perspectives on Mangading. People were saying Mangading is not not a fair game to be played. But as per ICC rules, somebody who gets out by Mangading is given out.
Yeah, it's out, but to me, I just take it like, is it actually, is there sportsmanship in that? Because I prefer we stick with the same rules that we are used to of miss your stump. It will hit your leg, it will hit your foot. Run, if you haven't grounded your bat over the cross finishing line, the stumps are hit, you are out. Hit the ball in the air, you'll be caught. But the ones the man can't, to me, I'm not an advocate for that.
Last ball. And hit straight. And 48. Not out. Bharat. What an outstanding innings he has given. We came as first down. Made sure he's, even though there were a few wickets down there, he ensured that he stayed there. And 160 for 5 at the end of 20 overs is a big total. 160. At the end of 20 overs, KIFARU charges 160 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Cam will be a bit happy after that slide run rate coming down. Bharat on 48, not out, 36 balls. And Krandi Kumar on 4 of 6 deliveries.
Rogers posted 160 for the loss of 5 wickets in 20 overs. Welcome back to this chase by Vic Warriors. Above 40, they need 161 in the allotted 20 overs. The required run rate, 8.05 runs and over, not a mean feat to achieve. Tota Srinivas, the big guns, Ginesh, seasoned campaigner, are the two batters to open the inning. For Vic Warriors, they need this win desperately. KIFARU, on the other hand, want to defend a total they feel will take them to the final. Very, very important that they start very well here for both teams, to be honest. Raj will open the proceedings with the ball from the city end. Tota Srinivas will face the first ball of this afternoon chase. Dinesh, as I said earlier, seasoned campaigner. The umpire Shashikant Sangani, very experienced player, now turned an umpire, partnered with Paul and Jerry. Another youngster coming up well. Teams are ready. Kick on. Srinivas Tota, the captain, facing Raj. Big swing. Big swing by Tota there. That's missed. The intent is there early on. They want to go after this total. The place in the final is what they're after. They're pushing really hard to ensure that's the case. It is them who are in the finals. Another big swing as we welcome co-commentator Tota Srinivas has had 2 big swings yet to connect. Let's see this third delivery. He finally makes good contact, but unfortunately it's in the hands. It's been taken. Raj has won the little battle they've had in these 3 balls. Swing, miss, swing, connect into the hands. Vic Warriors, 1 down for no run. KIFARU Chargers have got their tails up here very early on. They picked a wicket, picked a big wicket of Srinivas Tota, picked it early and dented the opposition's chances of winning this match. They've got a good score, they've got something to ball at. Naresh will walk in for Vic Warriors. His team is in trouble early on here.
You're right, Pamba. It's a tough one here. 2 balls, 3 balls, 1 wicket down, and then you're finding a situation like this. You're chasing 161 to win, not just to win, but to book a place in the final. So it's a tough one for Vic Warriors here, Pamba.
It's a huge ask done, as you say. 8 runs and over is not any mean feat to chase, and what's worse is the first over so far, half of it gone, no runs scored, and one of those dependable batsmen is back in the pavilion watching from outside. As we see the fourth ball go, and it's gone up in the air, but lands safely and rolls its way over the boundary line. From Naresh, who's walked in, clubbed that one. Good shot.
That was there was some poor fielding there. Another swing and miss from Ginesh, from NK, sorry.
It's a wild one from Naresh. They need to just time it a little bit more. There's work to be done. They've got 19 and a bit of overs to do that. They just need to calm themselves down, forget about the loss, and try and rebuild from here. It might need a few swings, but maybe not all early on.
So down leg for a wide. Previously we had good performance with the ball from most of the teams, but today Pamba witnessed a number of wides being bowled today. Is it that the players have gotten they exhausted after 2 weeks of cricket?
That wicket is dry. I walked up there today early morning, and I was just praising the groundsmen now. They've made a beautiful pitch. It's full of runs. It's inviting. When you go out there and you get set, you just feel like the ball needs to travel here. It's a beautiful surface.
Up in the air, chance, second wicket. 5 for 2.
I cannot believe what Vic Warriors are doing. Yes, there is the outfielders, only 2 of them up in the circle. But at the same time, if you go aerial, go a bit flatter, go over them instead of creating opportunities. And both opportunities have been taken. Catches win matches. We saw Rangana drop twice. We dropped once earlier today and another one. But now these guys, everything they've hit in the air has been gone. Checked cleanly. This one was so comfortable and neat.
A good start. Good start for KIFARU Warriors. It's a big task here for Krishna as he gets in now.
Yeah, I thought I must be worried with his team. What is happening? They've given a lot of runs. 160 is a huge total on this wicket. Is something they think the bowlers can bowl at, and then the bowlers come and strike almost instantly 2 wickets in the first over. This is displeasing. They do not want to see this victory, Warriors. They must rebuild here and rebuild quickly, and also at the same time get some total. The scoreboard going. Krishna walks in. Ginesh hasn't faced the ball. Just watch the carnage on the opposite end. He must not be liking what he's seeing.
Yeah, Pamba, one thing that has been the success of this tournament has been the support that they've received from a number of corporates. And for the last 3 years that this tournament has been on, they've managed to get sponsors in numbers. And this year we've got a title sponsor, Kenbright. But on top of that, we've got a number of them, and one of them is the Nairobi West Hospital. Apart from just being here to help in as far as first aid is concerned, there are people that have put their trust into the sport of cricket, and with us we're going to have a word with one of their somebody from the Nairobi West Hospital, just to share with us what they do and of course what they're planning to do as far as the services they're giving is concerned.
Yeah, it's very good done. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it, as much as the hospital, is a noble cause to it, and they've given back to the sport. We get to know more about them. Yes, we do know that Nairobi West Hospital amongst the sponsors here does exist, but the fact that they partner with us is just another step in the right direction, and on top of everything else, is just for themselves and us. We get to know more about them. We get to interact with them. We get to know what they do, because hospitals vary in terms of capacity, in terms of what they they can do the many services that they offer. So they could talk us through that. That would be great.
And that's another boundary there coming from Ginesh Gopinath. As Pamba said, we are joined by the Nairobi West Hospital Clients Relation. Client Relation Executive, Gwen Kaluna. She's going to share with us give us a few info about the hospital. Glenn, welcome to the live commentary of this tournament.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. The Nairobi West Hospital is a level 6 hospital, super specialty. We offer a wide range of services. We currently launched the BMT. We also have oncological services. We're also having an ongoing college intake for March. For more information, we have a tent just beside the DJ. Please visit us there. We're also offering a free blood pressure RBS test. So welcome to our tent. We can be able to interact more. Thank you.
You've just mentioned something about the college.
Yes.
What is happening in that? Where's the college and what happens in that college?
The college is at Nairobi West Hospital, just in the facility. It's a nursing college where they further their studies on nursing.
And how long has it been?
It was launched last year, so this is the second year. Yes.
Just a minute. We are done with the second over and score is 14-2. Krishna K is on 0 from he hasn't pressed any ball, and Ginesh Gopinath is on 9 from 6 balls. Ranganath has just bowled 1 over and conceded 9 from it. Yeah, so there's something you mentioned that what you offer. We've seen that a lot of hospitals here, especially the private hospitals, are coming up in numbers.
Yes.
And people are ignoring I won't say that ignoring, but they tend to believe so much in services that are being offered by private hospitals. So the competition is there. So what is it that people probably are doing different that is making Nairobi Hospital be able to come here and sponsor us? It shows that maybe probably we are doing well.
Our services, first of all, are quality and affordable. You know, most people think most private hospitals are so expensive, but you'll be able to find that they are so affordable, and we have everything under one roof, from general doctors to specialists, and then MRI, CT scan, everything under one roof, and they are very affordable. So that will make us different from all the other hospitals. Yeah.
Yeah, we are into over number 3, and on strike is Krishna, who is yet to get to face the ball. So we're just hoping that with this ball chase he's facing now, he'll be able to come off the mark. Raja Sekaran is the one bowling. So far he has picked 2 wickets for 6 runs from just 8 balls. Okay, you're based with Nairobi Hospital. Do you have any other branches, or it's just Nairobi Hospital alone?
We are based at Nairobi West.
Nairobi West.
Just opposite Nyayo. We have another branch in Kitengela, and also we have another branch at Nyali, Mombasa. Yes.
Okay, So it's not just that. So we are having Nairobi West in
Yes.
Mombasa. We are having Nairobi West in
Kitengela West and Nairobi West. Yes.
So I'm just going to take you back into now cricket. Probably you might. I hope you are in the position to answer this. This is the third week you are here with us. Could you be knowing the reason actually that you people decided to partner with the organizers of this tournament? Okay, that's a tough one. We are still needing 142 runs to win from 114 balls. KIFARU Chargers, as it is now, they are on top of things. Yeah, we are still joined by Gwen Kaluna, Clans Relationship Executive from the Nairobi West Hospital. She's just taken us through what the hospital is doing as far as making Kenyans healthy, making cricketers healthy. And before I release her, I'll just probably she could tell us. We've got people these days have decided to go to have insurance. If you could just tell us the insurance covers that you people take.
Well, on insurances, we accept major, let's say like most of them, and usually it's upon authorization. So whichever insurance that someone might have, they can just visit the facility and then we can send pre-auth, then they can receive treatment.
Sawa sawa.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Sorry it was a short notice, and I'm sure we've got tomorrow, next weekend, on Sunday. We'll hope to engage you more, so that by the time you finish this tournament, people will be able to know more about your facility.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
the
much.
opportunity.
Sawa, karibu. We are into over number 4 now. Victory Warriors are on 20 for 2. They still need 141 runs from 101 balls. Ranganath, 9 from 7 balls. He's been outstanding in this tournament. On Saturday, Bamba, if you remember, he was the best bowler. Today, we're just hoping that he's going to do the same.
Big chase. Ball wins that one. Thank you, Dan. Ranganath, as Adi said last week, today wants to give himself another opportunity to see what he can do with the ball. Unfortunately, on this occasion, that was really timed well, playing all the way to the boundary. Krishna, the batter who's walked in, is quick onto the runs.
2 wickets down with the over number 4 being bowled, chasing 160. I think it will be right if they try to accelerate their chase. But again, maybe they don't have the best batter that they could rely on.
These teams were drafted, so I basically believe that they're evenly matched. Yes, here or there a player could have more talent, or maybe much younger, much quicker than the other. But yes, they need to push on from here. They've lost those 2 wickets, that's behind them now. They just need to rebuild again. They're not too far behind the asking rate, but they could do with a few hits here and there to try and catch up and then build from there. As you can see, the aggression continues. They go for him. A fielder makes a meal of it, all the way for 4.
Yeah, for sure that's what they need now. They just need to make sure that the scoreboard is ticking. They just have to make sure that they get those boundaries and put them under pressure, because if that happens and the fielders are put under pressure, then you're going to see a lot of misfields. We're going to see bowlers missing their line, and then they'll get back into it. But for now, they just have to make sure that they build a partnership also, Pamba.
Yeah, very important. The partnership is important at the top of the order. If you look at the other inning, the top 3 batsmen all struck. End of 4 overs. Wicket Warriors on 28 for the loss of 2 wickets. Current run rate 7 and over. They need 133 runs off 96 balls. Wicket Warriors 28 runs for the loss of 2 wickets after 4 overs. They require 133 runs off 96 balls. Current run rate is 7. Required run rate is 8.31.
Raja Sekaran into his 3rd over. He's bagged the 2 wickets in this match. There's a chance there.
Has bowled well. Done and is traveling. Ginesh Gopinath.
Yeah, he's troubling him.
Krishna seems to be the one setting the pace here for the Wicket Warriors batters.
13 from 9. Remember those 2 boundaries?
Yes, and he's done them a bit quicker. It's only faced 9 balls. But that's the pace required on this game, especially with that glittering place in the final as a prize for winning this game. As we see, Gopinath tries but does not succeed in getting a single. Raja Sekaran very, very accurate so far. 2 wickets, 11 runs conceded from just 2.2 overs. He's into the 3rd delivery of the 3rd over. And again, big shout. Umpire says not out. That must have come off the bat. Gopinath troubled again by Raja Sekaran. Ball goes to mid-wicket region. Another hit, another dot. Where does he go? What does he do, Ginesh Gopinath? He's making contact, but he's not succeeding in getting runs. We need runs. He needs runs. Wicket Warriors need runs.
I just hope he won't be frustrated.
Swing and a miss, slightly outside off. The umpire just stares at him.
Could it be a maiden? The first of this match. And do well to do it.
That would be great for KIFARU. Wicket Warriors will be upset. They don't want to see these dot balls. They want runs.
No way. Good hit there in the air, but in a safe place. And that brings us to the end of over number 5. Scores 29 for 2. Current run at 5.80. Needing 132 in 90 balls.
Ranganath will be back from the Professor Wangari Maathai Road end.
Before it was known as Forest Road.
For
And
many
now,
men.
because of the work as far as environment is concerned, that the late Professor Wangari Maathai put in the name of the road was changed in her honor, and now it's known as Professor Wangari Maathai Road and not Forest Road. But again, it will take time before we get used to that name, Pamba. It's a good shot there from Ginesh. Four runs.
Big shot. Gopinath did need that. Broken the shackles there. There'd been a lot of dot balls, a few hits and straight to the fielders. This one, he went aerial, one bounce over the boundary.
And he's going up against a danger man, Ranganath.
Yes, it's big man versus big man. This is a giant battle. Nobody should get in between. Strays down. Umpire Paul Angere calls wide. Yeah, as we were speaking early on, Dan, it will take time before we forget the name Forest Road. We had used it for years while we were still playing cricket on these areas. And now Professor Wangari Maathai, of course, an environmentalist. As we see, there's a shout there. Umpires disagree. Batsman suggesting that he did hit the bat. We haven't seen a signal for leg by. They've taken a single. Scoreboard moves up. Yeah, it's a tight call. Could have been a bat onto the pads and then
Ranganath. Good shot there. Good piece of fielding from Ranganath.
stop. Yes.
Backing himself up.
So it will take some time, but we'll probably get used to. Wangari Maathai did a lot for the country, this country, and has done a lot for environment, even winning the Nobel Peace Prize before she passed on. Sadly.
For one, for
Back to the game.
Krishna.
Krishna has been a busy batter earlier on here. Tries to pull Ranga there to the boundary. Didn't get much from it, but score moves up. They seem to be they'll get less than or 40, within 40s in the power play. They'll need to kick on from that. It's a little lesser than what they would have preferred to have. This is just around 6 runs and over plus.
Another swing there, up in the air. Is there a chance? Out. Wicket Warriors have lost their third in just 5.5 balls. Big wicket. Ginesh Gopinath looked threatening, but he mistimed that one. And there he goes. End of Ginesh, and Wicket Warriors are down 3 wickets.
Yeah, good catch by Venkat Putigamtu. He steadied himself under that and took a marvelous catch. Made it look very, very simple when it wasn't, because he was running backwards, but did well. And Ginesh disappears. Wicket Warriors have to produce another batter. Arvind is that man to come in and continue with the chase. They need to lose less wickets and score more runs. At the minute, they're losing them far too regularly for the liking of their skipper and the overall team, and they're disrupting the flow of runs and building of partnership that could be key to this chase. 125 needed in just 84 balls. Run rate keeps climbing. 8.82 is where it is at the moment, as we see Arvind takes guard there. to face the big man, Hanganath.
There was a bat there, but anyway, that was an appeal to try and shake up the batter.
After 6 overs, Victory Warriors have 36 for the loss of 3 wickets. The required run rate is 8.93, 125 from 84 balls. Krishna is currently batting on 14 of 11, and Abid Biswanath is on not of 1 ball.
Rajasekaran into his last over. Back 2 for 12 now.
He's backing himself. He's bowled well. He's picked 2 big wickets at top of the order. Considered just 12 runs.
He's been outstanding, Pamba.
Brilliant stuff, and he wants to continue into his final one.
There's a fumble.
I spoke about Tota. Yogesh Kumar hasn't had a good day so far either. He was not off the first ball, and now was given an extra run in the field.
Last week's man of the match. His wicket was big. So another good ball there from Sekaran, sorry.
Yeah, Rajasekaran is doing well with the ball onto his final over. Very good figures. 2 for 14, 4 balls remaining. And he bowled majority of that spell in the power play. Now he's even have more protection as he dance down the pitch, swing and miss. Krishna is not happy with that. He's disappointed with himself.
It looks so frustrating when you're in this kind of position. You're trying to get the scoreboard taking, but you're missing the ball. Why? Because there's no contact. So with each every ball, you put pressure on your team, and that's why we could see on our screens that the run rate has gotten into 9. The required run rate is in 9.11. So with this kind of dot balls, it just puts pressure on your side.
I don't know what plans they've got, Victory Warriors, because the current rate they're going with, the run rate just keeps climbing. It gets just more and more difficult. They've got to do something somewhere. They keep swinging and missing. But credit Rajasekaran has bowled brilliantly. They need to do well to put him away or let him finish this, and then they can target somebody else within this lineup.
He's
take him to
so
the cleaners.
He's bowled so well, Pamba. Last ball. White ball. Ranganath to continue from Professor Angari Madai Road. He has bowled has bowled 3 overs into his last one. Just conceded 24 runs for 1 wicket.
Ranganath is arranging the troops ready for the battle in his final over. He's already picked one and he's there. He goes, strikes again. Big wicket. Off the first ball of his last over, he picks a second one. This one straight on and knocks off the off stump. Avin missed this completely. Didn't know where he was, wanted to go forward, wanted to go backwards. Eventually made a mess of things, missed his line. And Sriram has to walk in his place. 39 for 4. Not an ideal situation. 7.1 overs, chasing 161 to win. Big task.
It's a big task, Pamba, for Cricket Warriors. They came into this match leading a win, and they knew that they are going to put on a very good score. They started off very well, but as the match progressed, things started just going bad for them. And here they are, just been there for 7 overs. They have lost 4 wickets, and only that 9 scored. So it's a tough one there for them here.
Yes, wickets gone. Those have been bagged. The batsmen can't come back out. They have to make do with who they have now within the wicket, who's Sriram and Krishna. They've got to beat some partnership going. They've got to find some runs from somewhere. They need to bring this close. They need to make a match of it. There's a lot being required here, but people like Ranga standing in their way. Sriram strikes. It's running down to the boundary. They come back for a second. Good ball in the corridor of uncertainty. This man, Ranganath, is on fire.
He's been outstanding this tournament. He's been outstanding. First match he was so okay with. He did well with the bat. Second match with the ball. And today, he's doing it again with the ball.
And not to forget that he got runs at the top of the order as well.
So far he could be if the tournament ends now, he could be the MVP of the tournament.
Yes, as we head into the business end of this event, Ranganath is one of those big players that will make their presence felt. They'll make it count. On the leg side, it's been clipped. The umpire just shows the leg buys off the hips. Gone all the way. Boundary 4. A welcome boundary by Victory Warriors. They won't mind much. The scoreboard has moved in their favor where few. Ranganath is kicking himself, not happy. After 8 overs, Victory Warriors 46 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Siju Badake on the attack.
Seju is a very good bowler, Dan, but we saw in his last game when he played here at the Nairobi Gymkhana ground, he bowled quite a few extras, or so many wides that he bowled. I hope that he's worked on that within the period that he hasn't been here, the weekdays, so that he corrects that and come and bowl good lines without the extras. They could have that luxury today because also of a big total on the board and the opposition is struggling, but those extras can also cost you. Good start by him. Edged up and just behind square.
Chance there.
There's hesitation, but they get back home safely. 2 runs.
Still a long way to go. 112 rendered from 70 balls. Long way to go.
Yeah, good lines here, Shiju. First 3 balls have been very competitive. Good line, good length. Nothing to worry about, nothing to complain. It's just the batters to make contact and try and get some runs here for the team.
A big appeal there, but umpire says not out. We are done with over number 9.
In that space, Siju picked up a wicket. Caught behind. Krishna had to depart. Nick that one. Keeper did the rest behind the stumps. Woodworks and Neil has to come in now to replace Krishna. These partnerships are not working. They are not staying long enough with the team. It's hurting the run chase. It's only making the batsmen more agitated. They come in, they want to swing from the word go. They haven't got time to settle. They haven't got a partnership going. They're searching everywhere. Nothing is working so far. KIFARU are enjoying themselves out in the park there. Even Shiju, who we spoke about, that boasts a few extras, has come in and joined in the party. Quite a few dot balls, picked up a wicket to crown it. They're on song.
It's a wide ball there from umpire call. It's a big wide. But I think at this moment that doesn't bother them. They are 5 wickets richer.
They don't mind it. They can do with a few errors here and there and still get home. This asking rate climbing and headed towards 10.
That's another good delivery there from Siju. Good recovery after the previous ball was called a wide ball. 1 ball to play. So far considered only 4 runs. a white ball.
Yet again, that man I talked about is now stringing them again. Nothing has changed from the previous week. This would be costly when a score is small, a total. The only luck is they've got a huge one here.
And with that swing, we've come to the end of over number 9. Wicket Warriors are on 51 for the loss of 5 wickets. Batters on the crease is Sanil Joseph on 0 from 2 balls. Sriram on 4 from 5. The bowler is Sinu. Is Binulal. Tankachan. Binulal into the attack. Let's wait and see what it has to offer in this match, where SS Acrovent Warriors, they need 110 runs from 66 balls, which is, according to me, it's possible. But what matters is the number of wickets that you've got and the way you are trying to score. So it has been KIFARU Chargers calling all the shots, and that for now, Wicket Warriors are just trying whatever possible to make sure that they get closer and closer to victory until a place in the final. But that is proving to be difficult with each and every ball, thanks to good bowling being displayed by KIFARU Chargers bowlers.
Yes, Dan. The task is here. It's huge. It's an uphill one. Someone needs to stay around the wicket. Someone needs to score some runs. At the moment, they are at a trickle. They're not coming, and the partnerships are not building up, which is what they need. KIFARU have kept them quiet. It's important that someone does something about this. Otherwise, KIFARU will just stroll their way into the final next weekend.
And with the notables we're seeing here, Pamba, they're not making any difference. So it's becoming tough and tough for them. They need something special. They need a big over. But the way KIFARU are bowling, that over will take long. But probably that is the beginning of a big chase with the 4 from Sriram. Played it just over gully and rolled the way to a boundary. Much needed boundary here.
Binulal did give room here to work with. He invited Sriram, Sanil Joseph, sorry. And he's gone for another, but doesn't make contact. 2 deliveries are left in this over. 104 more for a place in the final is needed.
It's a big swing there. Of course, safe. Will it roll to the boundary? Yes. Second boundary in this over. They went for a chase, but the ball won that battle. one ball to play in this over. That's a wide. 10 from this over now. 11 from this over.
Not good for KIFARU. Wicket Warriors will be happy with a few helpings here. There goes another.
Luckily, there's somebody down in the deep. Good piece of fielding there. Saved a boundary. Managed to get 2. 13. That has been 13 in this over. And scores after 10 overs. Score is 64 for 5. We're into over numbers in the 11th over. 97 still needed from 60, which is possible as long as Wicket Warriors will not going to lose any more wicket. And in the first 3 overs of the last 10. So we're just hoping that these 2 batters in the middle will stick in there for quite some while and then get the scoreboard ticking if they are to get anything. But as it is now, is still KIFARU Chargers on top of things.
Yeah, as we see Shiju there again, back into the attack after the break. Wicket Warriors need runs. They need them. Not in dots, in doubles and triples. Another wide by Shiju. Struggling with this line, something the coaches need to work on. It's critical that he gets it right, because maybe this game he could get away with it and got away with it in the previous game, but the final could be unforgiving. These extra runs might not be needed. Corrects the line, but ball's a full toss, driven down the ground. Rajsekaran just ensures it's a 1 run. It's all a team effort. They're combining Shiju with the ball, Rajsekaran in the field. Everyone working for KIFARU. Umpire goes again.
I think today is the day when we had a lot of whites being bowled. I've never, and the first 2 weeks of this tournament, and the number of whites were a few, and even I remember we had that conversation saying that the bowlers have really improved. But today, the white balls that we witnessed today, they are so alarming.
But if you look at it, well, it's one bowler who's bowled nearly 5 of them. The rest of the guys haven't bowled a lot of wides. Because in this over, it's bowled wide, and when it's corrected, the line is bowled a full toss. It's gone again. Umpires go a wide again yet. Shiju.
For your info, Pamba, that's the 20th wide of the match today.
That's plenty done. Very. Oh no. That's been clubbed down. The umpires have gone no ball. Free hit to follow. Shiju has bowled an extraordinary over here. He's gone wide, full toss driven for one, wide, full toss driven for another, and then wide, and now followed with a no ball and a free hit now.
Pamba, for your info, this is has been the 11th wide of this inning, and in the morning they bowled 14 wide. In the first inning it was 14 wides. So in short, we've had 25 wides being bowled, and we are yet to see. We are into halfway over this match, so we might see the number going up.
Yes, plenty. And the guy currently bowling is also a chief contributor to things in regards to extras. It's not something that he'd want to hear me say, but he needs to correct this, and he needs to correct it, especially in this game before they get to play the final, because I want to think the ball will be tossed to him at some point in that final. There might not be as forgiving as they are today, because the full tosses is bowled after those wides to try and correct the line. I've only gone for single runs. Maybe some other top order batsmen in this team or the opposition would have struck those 2 boundaries. And compounded by the fact that you bowl extras in wides, could be a bad day in office.
It's another wide there, Pamba.
There's something wrong. They must do something about this.
How many balls to go? 3 balls.
It's
We
plenty.
can bet that we have 2 wides from those 3 balls. We can bet.
This is the 10th ball that is delivered. The problem is that the balls that follow those wides that he tries to correct his line are somewhat loose balls. The batsmen are able to struck them easily. They're actually thinking that he is struggling, and they're looking at an opportunity to score off him.
They make the for 2, the big chest there. So it's been a big one. Last ball.
Yeah, it's considered 10 of this. And bowling to batsmen who are actually not striking the ball hard, but the extras have contributed immensely.
Another wide there, Pamba.
Oh no. The captain must be not pleased with this. He doesn't want to look at him.
But you have nothing else to do. You have no option. You have just look at him because he needs you. Good
It's
ball.
on spot of bother. Managers to finish the over though. Thank you.
At the end of 11th over, score 78 for 5. Cricket Warriors need 83 from 54 balls.
Yogesh Kumar is into the attack. Comes with a big reputation. He's been doing well in this tournament. One of the informed players we saw last week. He dominated this match, the match that he was playing in. Today, he wasn't lucky with the bat. Golden duck, fast ball out. Now, he comes with the ball to dart those leg spins of his. He's been slog swept by Sriram for 1 run. Second ball receives same treatment, same area. Shiju is busy. He's balled the other over. And both batsmen, Sri Ramia and Sanil Joseph, have taken the ball consecutively into the same area.
The most interesting thing now is at least the scoreboard is ticking. But to me, as far as I'm concerned, that's not enough. The scores, the squared runs are a lot. 80 from 51 is a big thing here for them. They'll have to find somewhere to get at least 4 boundaries, if not in a row, but at least in an over.
A couple of big blows will be required if this is to be chased down. The ones and the twos won't do it. The asking rate is more than just a runner ball.
Swing there. Could it be a 4? Yes.
Ima Savadas from the commentary here. Dan, it's gone big.
It's gone big, and that's what is needed.
Couple of bounces, 4. Good shot. Impetus, momentum needed.
You can see a field adjustment there being done by the skipper, trying to push the fielders, make sure just sure that they're right place. Good shot there.
Well done. We're seeing a fight now. 75 runs needed in 48 balls. 9.38, 7.17 is the current run rate. 9.38 is the required one. Basically meaning they need 9 and a bit of runs and over.
Kranti into attack. Kratni Kotni. Experience has been around, played for the NPC in the NPC League. His experience will be needed at this time. 75 runs required at the required run rate of at least over 8. They need 75 from 48 balls. Sorry, required run rate of 9.38. They'll need a big over. Could this be the one? Could this be the one? Yeah, cutting at point. Good chase.
We've seen runs now starting to come. It was a boundary in the previous over. This one has started with a double. This is what they need. They need to kick on. They need to move on. They need to move on quickly.
Swing there, miss.
This is all for a space or a place in the final. next weekend. Who's going to party tonight? We'll still wait to see.
That's out.
Wild swing. He came down the wicket. Umpire Paul Anjere agrees is Ramamurthy, the wicket keeper. The batsman has to depart. Unfortunately, Sanil Joseph, as we see here, came down the track, missed the ball completely. Tanu Murthy does the rest. And it means so much to Kranti to be celebrating. They've got one leg in the final with this capture of the 6th wicket. They're getting deeper and deeper into this lineup, and the more they do that, they find a group of batters who are not so great with the bat, and that could be closing and shutting that door for the final.
Sita into the attack. Sita in the crease. Cutting bit that covers. There's a chase there. Will there be a chance? Again, overthrow. Managed to get one extra run there.
Sita Rami Reddy Bonala, the new man, has to go in and continue the run chase. Helped himself with 3 of the first delivery. Scores moved to 91 for 6, 12.4 overs gone. Kranti Kumar, Courtney still attacking here.
It's a wide. Courtney questioning. For a moment he has turned him to an umpire. He seems to be knowing one or two things about umpiring, but unfortunately that is not his role at this particular time. That is not his role at this particular time. So the more he concentrates on his bowling and not to question about umpire's decision, he will have less balls to bowl in his over. Good shot there, well played. Will they be pushing for 2? There is it, good running from here.
Yeah, Sriram is pushing for anything they can get. But on the other hand, the wide count continues. We just saw Kranti ball, the previous ball before this double runs, as a wide. It's a bit of a concern. Speak of the commentator's curse. There goes another.
Today we'll have to analyze and see the number of wides that have been bowled here. How many have been on the leg? How many have been on the offside? Played there, good push there from Sriram to complete the over. Yeah, that single has brought us to the end of over number 13. Scores 97 for 6.
97 for 6 is the score after 13 overs. Sita B is on 3 of 1 and Sriram Iya is on 13 of 13. The quad run rate is 9.14. Yogesh Kumar will be back to start proceedings from Prof. Wangari Maathai Road End. Murthy is complaining. He needs better lines bowled here. Quite a few balls have been on thereabouts leg stump. And those ones have been easy pickings for Sri Ram here.
If this team can be able to push for, can be able to double their runs, then Pamba we're going to have a close finish here. But if they're going to be comfortable with singles, then it's a tall order.
Yes, they're almost getting into that 100-run mark, which is usually key to get it in cricket. Get that 100 out of the way and then chase what's remaining of it. And they're showing the intent here.
Good fielding. That was a very good shot. Yeah, as Pamba was saying, they are slowly now trying to show that they want to go for victory. If they have people that are going to do it, if it's going to be these two, then for wait and see. Chance there, cut between point and gully with a big chase there. And it rolls so well, good saved. It to be 3. 2 runs. Good chase from Ranga.
Yeah, it's got to a point where it's do or die now. You either want to be in that final or not. So you got to throw the kitchen sink at this. Find anything you can. It doesn't matter whether they are square cuts, lemon cuts, French cuts, buys, leg buys, anything you take.
Well played there from Sita. We've come to over now, end of over number 14. 6 overs to go. Need 58 runs from 36 balls. Victory Warriors are on 103 for 6.
Kranti. Into his second over. One run is the reward for Sita.
I want to be able to control his line. Good shot there, hard hit. Could get a 4. Well-deserving boundary for Victory Warriors. That was well hit by Sriram. Brings a lot of hope into Victory Warriors camp. If we're going to see more of this, then the match will be close. 53 runs from 34 balls.
The target is in sight. It just needs a little bit more effort. And once they've got that 100 out of the way, they're chasing what's remaining of it.
Another chance there. 4. 2 4s in a row. Kranti being forced to change his field. Things are changing here. As I said, if they don't lose any wicket, they'll be in it. Field is changed there. Let's see how the batter will adapt to the changes.
Yes, he needs protection down there, Kranti. He doesn't want to give this away. They've got it under their grasp. It is theirs to lose. And also he's bowled a better line on this particular ball, because down there they were leaking runs, 2 fours in a row. Easy pickings for Sriram. You don't want someone to settle if they are off form. If they do, and especially in this shorter version of the game, they could make a mess of things here. Kranti with 2 balls, good comeback so far. Last delivery of the over coming up.
A good shot there, but there was a protection and they saved 3 runs. It was a well played shot.
The end of 15 overs. Victory at Warriors are 1-1-3 for the loss of 6 wickets. Sriram here is on 24 of 20 and Sita is on 8 of 16.
5 overs to go, 48 runs required. It's still possible. There's a fumble. There's a chase there. 2 runs. 46 from 29.
Very doable, Dan.
It is. As long as you don't lose any wicket. Because if you look at wicket, by the time you settle in, the balls have had about 3 balls, 4 balls wasted. So these two just need to support each other. That's a wide.
Oh, Yogesh. Oh, better comeback ball. But still a single. Oh, this will be interesting. The umpire says no. Tanu Murthy had knocked the stump off very quickly. But on the other hand, Sita had run like a horse. Good one. Full toss. Pumped into the outfield. Ravi ensures the damage is limited to just a single.
Sita didn't have the best contact with the ball that we'll have wished for. Clean bowled.
There's the pressure stalled. Yogesh Kumar spinning his way into a 7th wicket here for Team KIFARU Chargers. The batsman had to go for a heave. Sriram on this occasion has left his guard unattended to, and Yogesh Kumar is celebrating. Vinay is the next batsman to walk in.
I hope Vinay will be able to also to do what replicate what the last batsman did, what the last man did. He's coming in when they need, when the required run rate is 9.92. So in short, they'll need to score over 9 runs to come closer to the victory. But anything lesser than that, then It's done and dusted.
He's a big man. Let's see if he makes connection here. It should be powerful. Yogesh Kumar will have other ideas. He doesn't want to give this away. 118 for 7 wickets down. They feel this is in the bag. They want to close the bag. An appeal, but this one was drifting ever so down to leg side. Yes, as we see the replay there, that would have hit the 5th or the 6th stump. Good call by the umpire. No chance he's gonna give that. Paul Angere, good student of the game. Slash. That one runs to the backward point. But Rajasekaran been busy on this field. He's encouraging his teammates and he made a return and ensured Vicreate Warriors do not get a run off that delivery. After 16 overs, Vicreate Warriors 118 for 7, Sika on 9, and Gide on 0. Kranti Courtney into the attack. Don't know, that's the second time I call him Kumar.
Kranti Kumar Courtney. You are right, Pamba. No chance.
They need to make connection. That's what's usually important in these latter stages of the innings. Even if it's the lower batsmen, they need to make connection with the batter. The minute they are swinging and missing, there is one connection and it's yielded one run. Important that they get ball to the bat. These fielders have been in the sun for a while now. They've fielded for 16 plus overs. Fatigue could also settle in. So every time you make contact onto the bat, to the ball, and into the field, you give yourself an opportunity to score runs. Any misfields, you benefit from that. Pushed again into the field. Key that they make contact. That was another contact. More runs. It's almost now coming to 2. It is just about over. 2 runs and over required. They need to 2 runs a ball. Beg your pardon. There's a full toss.
There's been good piece of fielding from KIFARU Chargers. Bouncing back after first opening defeat. They bounced back with a victory last Saturday. Today they are here again.
Yes, they're busy. I think it's that point in time where I feel the game is slowly slipping away because the required run rate now is almost getting to that point where it's beyond the reach. They need about 2 runs per ball, and at the minute that one is not happening. 3 overs remaining. 39 is a mammoth to chase off that. Unless you can deal in boundaries, 4s and 6s here, coupled with a couple with runs, 1s and 2s. Otherwise, at the moment, this seems to be slipping away completely from Vicreate Warriors, unless they do something different here.
13 needed an over. It's a big one. You need at least 3 4s.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. They need a big over here. one of 15 or 20 runs. Otherwise, this has gone. A place in the final is probably getting reserved for KIFARU Chargers here now. They've got one leg in the final.
Pushing for 2. Still a long way to go.
It's 2 runs.
It's a long way to go for Wicket Warriors.
It's good off that ball, but they need to do that of every single delivery. A shout, confusion, rectification of that. No runs. What's important is they get something onto this. They haven't got it. They look desperate. They're worried.
The run rate now is on 14 plus. Miss.
That's a big heave. Didn't get anything onto that. Yogesh Kumar signals his 2 balls to come. He's busy. He's tight on this. In the air, chance.
The ball was long into the air. Was long in the air. The fielder did whatever is possible to get the ball. Ratesh Kumar did whatever he can to get to the ball, but Pamba,
is hit that.
KIFARU have been outstanding with their field. What do you think?
Yes, they have, and the big difference here, Dan, if you look at it, the first innings when Ranganath was dropped, those were some of the key moments. When you look at KIFARU in the field this afternoon, the chances that they found, they took them. The 2 catches up for the top order batters were taken. Whereas when KIFARU were batting, those chances were put down by Wicket Warriors. And we see now the difference of catches win matches. Now they're in a spot of bother. They require 35 of just 2 overs, 17 and a half per over. That is monumental. That's a mammoth total to try and cover in just 12 balls. And you need someone to go mad here.
Yeah, and that is it's a good lesson. I hope maybe this might be their last match, but I hope the teams that are playing tomorrow, that will be the regulars, they'll be able to pick 1 or 2 things from what has happened today with regards to Wicket Warriors. Stamping there out, lost another wicket.
And it was the new man, Vinay. He slashed hard at that, didn't make contact, down the wicket a bit. Keeper, Tanu Mursi, will not mess up with those ones. He's picked it up cleanly, knocks the bells off. Umpires are happy with him. And Vinay is on his way for just 5 of 10 balls. Wicket Warriors 128 for 8. This one is going, unless something happens.
If they had as you mentioned, Pamba, if they had bowled so well or fielded so well, they won't be in this situation now. But now they find themselves staring defeat, staring exit from the tournament because of what wasn't the best fielding for them today.
Yes, Dan, and a lot of it has to do with coaching aspects. We say a run saved is a run scored. So if they had saved those runs, they wouldn't have needed to score them. But now they let them be scored. They have to chase them. Young man Ryan D'Souza walks out.
D'Souza knew that there was no run there. D'Souza knew there was no run there. So wait.
There was a mix-up here. Ryan D'Souza, just a batsman who walked in, stroked that one into the field, but straight at the fielder, says no. The overzealous Seether had already taken off, didn't look back. Too late now. Wickets have been dismantled. 9th one falls for Vikrate Warriors. Any hopes of salvaging this match has kept disappearing by every over that has followed. And as we get to the tail end and the business end of this game, it is KIFARU Chargers who have the momentum with them going into the final overs and the final.
The edge there told no way, go back. Good direct hit there.
Umpire Paul Angeri at square leg is unmoved. Ryan D'Souza had guided this to backward point. Stumps were broken, but the umpires are happy that he's in. Swing and a miss. Kranti doing the business here at the end of this inning. Vikrate Warriors in some sense have made this to become very easy for KIFARU Chargers, especially towards the end, having lost so many wickets. It's ended up being a stroll when it should have been a fight to get to the final. Too many wickets lost up the order. Too many runs left for those behind to chase. They've asked them for a lot.
It's usually unfair, like you're being given to take up somebody's role, and then you come in, a lot is expected from you, so you wonder, how do I even start? Good shot there.
Exactly. KIFARU Chargers can now afford to just place the ball on the stumps, invite strokes. They know they're bowling to the tail end of this inning.
We are into the last over of today's match, and the Vikrate Warriors are 130 for 9. They need 31 from 6 balls.
There goes that man again, Shiju. To bowl the final over. He has the luxury of defending such a huge total of runs required in an over that he could just relax. And that's the game. 130 all out. Shiju strikes off the very first delivery of the over, straight onto the stumps. swing, off stump uprooted.
Yeah, it has been a very good afternoon for KIFARU. Chargers above 40. They started off on a losing note on the day one of this tournament. They bounced back with 2 victories, and now they are into the final. Tough luck for Victory Warriors. They didn't field well, and that is the prize they get. So we want to thank everybody for being with us this afternoon. I'm hoping to see you are going to join us tomorrow when we've got the last matches of the regulars.
Yes, Dan, it's been a good Saturday afternoon. We've had here the Gymkhana. KIFARU Chargers above 40 have won this match by 30 runs quite comfortably. Booked themselves as place in the next week's final against Console Base. Join us tomorrow when we have the regulars play at the Nairobi Gymkhana from 9 a.m. East African time. Thank you and goodbye from us. Co-commentator Dan Okinyo signing off here. David Odhiambo. Pamba. Goodbye.